Every Tuesday at 3 o'clock, the old man shuffled into Rosie's Diner on 5th Street. Sarah had been waitressing there for 6 years, and she'd learned to recognize her regulars by their rhythms. The old man always wore the same threadbare cardigan, its elbows patched with care. He'd settle into the corner booth, order black coffee and a slice of pie, and sit for exactly 1 hour, watching the world pass by the window. His name was Henry, she'd learned. Maybe 75, maybe older. He had kind eyes that crinkled when he smiled and hands that trembled slightly when he counted out exact change from a worn leather wallet. "How's your daughter?" He'd ask Sarah each week, remembering details from their brief conversations. "Growing like a weed. Jessica's starting middle school next fall." "Time moves quickly," Henry would say, with the wisdom of someone who'd watched many seasons pass. This particular Tuesday started like any other. The lunch rush had ended, leaving Sarah wiping down tables in the quiet afternoon lull. Henry arrived right on schedule, settling into his usual spot. But when Sarah brought his coffee and cherry pie, she noticed something different. Henry's hands shook more than usual as he reached for his wallet. He counted the bills twice, then a third time, his weathered face creasing with concern. "Sarah," he said softly, "I seem to have miscounted at home. I'm $1.50 short. I'm so sorry. I'll just have the coffee, please." Sarah glanced at the pie, still warm from the oven. She knew Henry looked forward to his Tuesday ritual. In 6 years, he'd never missed a week. "You know what, Henry? That pie's been sitting a while. I was going to have to throw it out anyway. It's yours," she smiled warmly. "And the coffee's on me today. Every regular deserves a free cup now and then." Henry's eyes glistened. "You're very kind. But I don't want charity." "It's not charity," Sarah said gently, pulling up a chair for just a moment. "It's gratitude. You've been coming here for years, always patient, always kind. You ask about Jessica. You remember when my mother was sick. That kindness matters, Henry. Let me return a little of it." He nodded slowly, accepting the gift with dignity. "Your mother raised you right." "She tried," Sarah said, thinking of her mom, gone 3 years now, who'd taught her that everyone carries invisible burdens. After Henry left, Sarah's manager, Frank, approached. "You paid for his order again, didn't you?" "That's the 3rd time this month." Sarah shrugged, wiping down Henry's table. "He's a good man. We all need help sometimes." What Sarah didn't know was that Henry sat in his car for a long while before driving away, moved by a kindness he hadn't expected. And what she couldn't have known was who Henry really was. The following Tuesday, Henry arrived at his usual time. But he wasn't alone. A younger man in a business suit accompanied him, carrying a briefcase. Sarah approached their table with menus, curious but professional. "Sarah," Henry said, his voice stronger than usual. "This is my attorney, Michael Chen. I hope you have a moment to sit with us." Sarah's heart raced with worry. Had she done something wrong? Of course. Henry reached across the table and took her hand gently. "For 6 years you've treated me with respect and kindness. You remembered my name when I was just another customer. You asked about my late wife Eleanor when you noticed I wore my wedding ring, and you gave from your own pocket when you thought I needed help." "Henry, Please let me finish." His eyes were bright with emotion. "My full name is Henry Morrison. I founded Morrison Technology 40 years ago. I'm what people call a billionaire, though I've never liked that word. After Eleanor passed, I felt lost. I needed to remember what mattered. So I started visiting places like this, dressed simply, watching how people treat a nobody." Sarah sat stunned, unable to speak. "Most places I'm invisible. Or worse, dismissed. But here you saw me. Not my wallet, not my status, just me. A lonely old man who likes cherry pie and conversation." Michael opened his briefcase, removing papers. "Mr. Morrison has established a trust fund for your daughter Jessica. Full scholarship through university, including graduate school if she chooses. Additionally, he's paying off your home mortgage." Sarah's hands flew to her mouth, tears spilling over. "Henry, no. I can't. I didn't do those things for money. I did them because it was right." "I know," Henry said softly. "That's exactly why you deserve this. Sarah, you're a single mother working double shifts to give your daughter opportunities. You pay for customers' meals from your tips when they come up short. Frank told me you've done it for 7 different people this year alone. That's not just kindness, that's character. He squeezed her hand. I can't repay what you've given me. You reminded this old man that goodness still exists in quiet corners and small gestures, in people who choose kindness when no one's watching. But I can make your life a little easier so you can keep being exactly who you are. Sarah wept openly now, not from the money, but from being truly seen. Thank you, she whispered. Thank you for trusting me with your Tuesdays. Henry smiled, that familiar crinkling around his eyes. So same time next week? I'm rather attached to this booth. Same time, Sarah promised. And Henry? The coffee's still on me. They laughed together, 2 friends who'd found each other in the most unexpected way, proving that the greatest treasures are often wrapped in the most ordinary moments. The Auger. The truest measure of wealth is how we treat those who can do nothing for us.